Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patric Young and Terry Norvelle.
Hey, you see the logo, the Young and Norvelle Show. Well, that's us. We do it from 4 to 6 on weekdays, Monday through Friday. Our Tuesday home, we love it here. We are at Hurricanes, Julington Creek, Hurricanes Grill and Wings. So the name tells you, well, they do wings big time. You know that by now. They've got about a gazillion different flavors of wings. But I always tell people, do not sleep on the tacos. They have a wonderful taco, and it is Tuesday. Taco selection here at Hurricanes. We are in Hurricanes Grill and Wings in Mandarin. Come on down if you're in the area. We're right at the Julington Creek Bridge. You know where it's at. It's been here a long time. Come by, say hi today or sometime. How about grilled steak and avocado taco? I've had that a million times. Chicken BLT taco. They go on and on. Great taco selection on Tuesday at Hurricane Grill and the wings. You know the wings. You got about 32 flavors to choose from. If you want it mild, if you want it naked, if you want it plain. I'm kind of in that area. If you want a little more punch in the nose, okay, they've got those flavors. And if you want it eyes dripping with tears and just hotter than hell, I don't know why you would want your wings like that, Patric Young, but a lot of people do. I don't want to eat a meal, Patric, where the meal is beating me up. Right?
Yeah.
I just don't want to. I don't know.
Like, it's funny you say that. I think Wendy's has a commercial out right now, and a guy's eating ghost pepper dipped nugget. And first off, saucy nugs. It's kind of gross.
It is kind of gross. I can't lie. That's been one of their marketing pitches. Every time I hear that, I just kind of go, ooh,
right,
Patric.
I'll dip my nugs in the sauce, and I don't need the whole thing covered in.
Yes.
But guy was eating the ghost pepper wing, and they're like, if you see your partner with the tear coming down his eyes while he's eating, I'm like, people that eat stuff that gets too hot, there's more than just a tear. For one, there's hyperventilating, there's mouth open, water, there's tears, and there's even snot. So they lied. They were unrealistic. They were unrealistic in the first place.
I know what you're talking about, man. I do not ever want to eat a meal where it's a battle. It's a fight, know. And these guys, I've got buddies of mine. They love it. You could pour battery acid on wings and they'd eat it. Yeah, it's not hot enough. Give me more battery acid. I'm like, what's the deal, man? You're paying for this meal. Why do you want to get beat up?
Twice.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes. Now, Patric,
nothing worse than having a hot booty. I'll say it. Nothing worse than having a hot booty.
Hi, Patric Young. I got to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with me, and you got to understand why I'm asking the question. Patric Young, the star of the Young and Norvelle Show, I have to ask you a question. It looks like you are wearing a Florida State 3/4 zip up. That looks FSU to me. What are we doing here?
This is very more, and it's worse to say what I was about to say.
What are we doing here?
It's very neutral red. It's very neutral red. It is not.
So that
garnet.
brings Georgia in.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I didn't say those words.
Georgia in.
Yeah, there you go.
Can we just cancel the show forever? What are you doing, Patric?
I can't wear red ever. Obviously, I can't wear red but in my house,
Patric, have you forgotten that you are a 2-time SEC University of Florida Defensive Player of the Year in basketball? Have you forgotten that you went to the Elite Eight at Florida, the Gators, the Elite Eight at Florida, the Gators, the Elite Eight at Florida, and the Final Four? Have you forgotten all that? Do you not care?
I am not a fanatic. My mom just said to tell you that.
Hey, where are you at, man? Look at that blue sky behind you, man. It's beautiful.
Oh,
the blue sky. Are you in the backyard?
In the backyard, man.
Oh, that is gorgeous. I love it.
Come here, Riley. Dog's hanging out with us.
Riley? Riley.
I know she got to settle down, man. That's the escape. That's our escape artist.
There's Riley. No escaping. It's a dirty world out there, Riley. Stay where you're at.
Turn the camera. There we go.
Stay with the youngs, Riley.
I know, right, man? And
it's a dirty world.
She goes out. I'm wondering. I mean, we take her on walks, not as much as we used to, but it's like I don't know what her intent. Like, where is she? Is it just like freedom?
Yeah.
No,
hey, was that Robert Young I saw mowing the yard while you're just sitting here talking? And everybody's talking.
No, that's Benita Young.
Robert Young.
Robert Young had a girls' golf. You should put those over there, Mom, where you can see them. Between the brush and the planter.
Come on, Mom.
Where you can see them. Mom, she's hilarious.
Don't yell at your mom. Hey, your mom's the only one that keeps that whole Young clan together, man.
You're absolutely
Y'all were a mess. You know the Young clan is a mess, right?
You are absolutely right in every way. But
hey,
Mom
Patric.
is she and I called her this the other day. She doesn't like it. Mom, father.
That is so apropos. I love it.
She's my mom, father. She does. She hates.
I love it.
She was like, because when we go on the road or something, I get to call her Susan, Nurse Susan, and she's like, she doesn't love it, but she allows it. And then she's like, I'd rather you call me Susan than call me mom, father.
Pat, you're terrible, Patric Young. You're terrible. You're absolutely. Hey, Patric. Let's forget what we're going to talk about at the beginning. I want to get serious. I want to be serious for a minute. Let's go to college basketball. Did you see the top 25 in college basketball came out yesterday, I think it was, and then the SEC media predictions came out. How tough is the SEC? Florida came in at number 6 in the SEC basketball and 21 in the national basketball.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude, the SEC is going to be a brutal grinder, man.
And it's crazy, I get to be a voter for that, which is pretty cool to have, get to put in. I put Alabama 1, Tennessee 2, and I put Florida at 3. I seriously think that they are.
I think they're going to be good, man.
I think they're that good. I made the mistake last year of not knowing how good Auburn was going to be.
Yeah.
They lost. They did bring Janai Broome back, which he's going to be, he's up there in the to watch for Player of the Year. I think Mark Sears is going to run away with it. But that was one that was like, and I didn't want to gamble on Arkansas and Kentucky without.
I know.
Them being, of course, Cal got guys in. He got guys in at Kentucky.
Yeah, yes.
And he got guys in Kentucky. And one year, I remember they were preseason number 1 one year, and they finished in the NIT and lost.
Yes.
And they went and they had a 9-16 team that preseason, all that stuff, guys that ended up going on to the NBA, 9-16. So I'm not getting fooled by the bells and whistles. I wanted to lean more towards guys that are more established and played in college. And we'll see. I mean, the guard, he's going to be really good. That came from FAU to Arkansas. I can't remember his name right now, but he'll be a big help. But I feel comfortable. It is crazy. Florida at 21.
21, but number 6. The SEC is going. We're going to have so much fun with SEC basketball. We're going to have a blast.
And speaking of, I wanted to mention this real quick. Just
go ahead.
Because Scotty Wilbekin, he tore his ACL. He's playing over in Turkey. He's having a great career. It's his first major injury. So, thoughts and prayers going. I talked with him at length yesterday or the day before, and this is his first major. He's married, but first major injury. He's like, Pat, I'm so bored.
Rehab.
I'm like, well, it's a good time to work on some other stuff, man. Maybe you can write a book. He's like, Pat, I am never writing a book. It's like, okay, sorry, I suggested you do something that's like and something else is meaningful in your life. Sorry.
So, hey, Patric, you played in Europe. You played 2 or 3 years in Europe. You kind of know the lay of the land over there. For people like myself that don't really know, if you can string together in Europe, say a 10, 11, 12-year career in Europe, are you making multiple $1 million? Is that a multiple?
I would say it depends because if you're fortunate and you can go to like China and play there for China or in Japan, 10-year career, that means like you've got it in with the team, like they love you, you're winning. I can't see why you can't walk away with $10 million at least.
Okay.
Because they're paying everything. In Europe, because the thing is, it's kind of once Euro League is the top league over there. That's where Luka Doncic came from, and many other guys that are in the NBA now came from Euro League. If you want a chance to go to the NBA, if you want a chance to win a top level championship, to play for these teams that are very well respected, you do your best to stay in the Euro League. If you just want to go get paid, you go to China, you go to Japan.
Okay.
That's what Kenny Boynton ended up doing. He went to China. He's made a lot of money.
Wow.
Scotty's had such a great career, and he started. He was with the Sixers, got cut on the last cut, went to Australia, went to Greece to a small team, and then from there went to a bigger team in Turkey. Played great, well enough to where did he go right after that? I think he went to Tel Aviv, which was a great spot. I mean, before all the stuff that's going on now, obviously, right?
Yeah, sure.
You don't want to be in Tel Aviv now.
No,
now he's in Turkey at Fenerbahce, and he's
now Patric. Let me ask you this: you mentioned Scotty Wilbekin, who was a great college basketball player. Great, his last 2 or 3 years, he was great. And you mentioned Scotty Wilbekin and the 76ers. Would they keep an eye on him this whole? Do they kind of keep an eye a little bit, or no? Are you off the radar when you go over there?
It's interesting. I think because all these teams do have international scouts. When I left the Pelicans, got cut from the Pelicans, I stayed in touch with a guy that was keeping an eye on me, and unfortunately I had an injury, and I if I didn't have the injury, I think they would have brought me back. It just not a good look to bring a guy back that's recovering from an injury. To especially for a coach at the time that wasn't doing well. But yeah, teams will, especially if you get drafted, one of those what they do with there's a guy Nikola Milutinov, he's Serbian, really good player. He got drafted by the Spurs. They've never brought him over, but he's having a good career. Yeah, they keep an eye. They brought over to the NBA recently, even some of the really good European players that probably never got drafted, they see who the stars are, and they offer them contracts if they see a fit. Yeah.
Okay, before we go to break, one more, and we'll I promise we'll get off this basketball stuff and we'll get to some football. Obviously, it's football season. In terms of the European League basketball, the China League basketball, and there are multiple leagues over there. Is there ever a draft situation, or is it just free agents? You and your agent get in and say, "Hey, I'm a good player. Here's my thing." Is there a draft to get in those leagues, or is it just everybody's a free agent and sell your wares and then hopefully you get a contract?
Well, I can't tell you that I fully understand it, but
okay, fair enough.
When there's summer league, like they're scouting, agents are scouting overseas they're scouting in the college and the NBA. They're keeping their eyes on who's getting cut, who just didn't make it, who is because some guys they might still get a job, but in the NBA, but they want to play. They want to play and they want to be a major part of a team. So for me, after I got cut from the Pelicans, I had the option to go to the G League, stay here in America. You don't really make now. Well, it was the D League then. It's the G League now, but all these dollars of hundreds and two-way contracts and all that wasn't a thing when I was with the Pelicans.
Or not nice.
Agents here have connections. They have a guy over there that's their partner in facilitating deals for their players.
Their eyeballs. Their eyeballs over there.
Yeah. And then I guess a team has a need. I don't know if they. I don't know how it ended up happening for me because I'm on this car drive. I get cut December 2nd. I get back to my apartment. I pack everything up in my Honda Accord at the time. I don't know how I fit everything that I had, but it all fit in my Honda Accord. And I had a 7-hour drive back home to Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm on the phone the whole time, telling my mom, my dad, talking to my agent, talking to my like, what am I going to do? I have no idea how that team in Turkey for me ended up fine. I mean, I guess, is the basketball world so small that, you got eyes on
Yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
how did they know I'd be a right fit? I don't know. They just took a chance and offered me a contract. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go get this guaranteed money. And, one day later, I was on a plane to Istanbul, Turkey.
Really?
Just like that.
Did everything that Turkish team and organization did everything that they promised you and your agent? Did it all happen? Was it all on the up and up? I mean, they flew you over there. They gave you good housing. They gave you good food. They gave you. Was it all up in the up and up?
I think and this is I'm going to speak from my experience.
Okay.
And there's a lot of players I know that will relate to what I'm about to say. A lot of you're like the operations person that you go to help facilitate.
Yeah.
Their favorite word to say, "I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get to it tomorrow."
I love that.
Tomorrow,
I'll get
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
So, and this is funny. So when you go to Turkey, I don't know if it's every country, you have to pay a tax to use your phone there. And it's small. Let's say it's $50. But if you don't do it within 60 days, they will block your phone for being used.
Oh my, Turkey. Come on, Turkey.
I mean, it's fair. I don't care. Like it's a small amount, but you got to get it done. And the guy, I kept telling him, "Hey man, my phone." And yeah, I went without a phone for a few days because this guy.
Come on, Turkey phone guy. Come on, Turkey phone guy.
In that year, because I hope our listeners are enjoying this, because these are just some cool stories. We went on strike against our organization. We went on strike against our organization. Yeah, they didn't pay, and
the whole team, all the teams,
our whole basketball team. We went on strike. We didn't practice because we didn't show up for. We were like, all right, we're not showing up for practice because it's not fair that these guys, and it was led by the Turkish.
No, I was going to say, were you the leader? Were you the leader?
No, absolutely not. He was the leader and he spoke great English. Great guy, Sinan Guler.
Oh God!
Great, fantastic human being. And yeah, we ended up because Galatasaray has a basketball club and a soccer club, so we went and met with the owner in the soccer in the soccer, and he's like, "How could you do this? How could you do this to us? This is so embarrassing." Blah blah blah. And we're like, "Dude, we've been waiting for so long just to get paid." Like, and yeah, one of my favorite teammate at that time, he ended up leaving the team. They owed him probably, I don't know, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. He's like, I'm not playing.
Patric, hey, number one, thanks for telling me that story. Number two, I'm going to massage that story, and I'm now going to tell everybody that Patric Young ruined international relations between the United States and Turkey. Way to go, Patric.
I do wish I stayed in Turkey a year longer, but the year after I left was when they had that crazy coup that happened. So it's like part of me wishes I would have stayed to I would have had a better. I possibly could have got a Turkish passport. I don't know.
Patric, yeah, I think maybe
glad I missed that.
Have you ever thought maybe you started that coup? You stirred it up so much, you caused that coup, Patric.
Well, I did make. So this is the last thing before we go to break, because this is the actual. This is actual real. So one thing that people may not know about people that are Islam is that one of their pillars of their religion is they pray 5 times a day. 5 times a day.
Say that again. Say that again.
They pray 5 times a day.
5 times a day. Okay, fair enough.
As early, I don't know if it's on the moon. I don't know, but as early can be like 5:30 in the morning, something depending on the time of the year.
How long does it go?
15,
can you do 5 minutes in a row and knock it out in the morning?
No. They space it out, and I do actually, I really do respect that about the one thing I really respect about the religion is taking that time of it. Like whatever I'm doing right now is not important. I'm going to acknowledge God. I do respect that. I made a tweet because I had one night I couldn't sleep, Terry.
Here we go.
I tweeted, I'm like, you can't. I said something like, you can't sleep when you're waking up earlier than the prayers or something like that.
You can't
And
do
it got interpreted that I was saying I can't sleep because of the prayers.
Patric Young, you caused a coup.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't good. Like,
Patric, what did you
man,
do?
dude, my Twitter, and that probably affected. That was the first time I had like something crazy. People just killing me on Twitter. Of
Patric,
like, I don't even know what they're
listen
saying.
to me. Let me tell you something. I've always wondered, you and I have done this show now for like 2 years. I've always wondered every time we fire up the show, Patric, and we're live, you can see me, I can see you. There's in the corner, and our viewers can't, it says CIA. I didn't ever know what that is. Patric, they're keeping an eye on you, man. The CIA is keeping an eye on you. Dude,
Where?
What are you doing, Patric?
Where? What are you talking about?
Hey, we're not running that kind of show, Patric. Are you a double secret agent?
Last part, I'll tell you, at the aftermath, as you can imagine, I had to say like a public statement apologizing. And my teammate he's like, Pat, what are you doing, man? It's like,
what are you
I
doing?
didn't say because I said I can't sleep. I'm waking up before. But anyway, I had to make a statement, and then randomly I thought it'd be and it was. I took a picture in front of the Blue Mosque, which is a national treasure there, and posted it as my avatar, and all was kind of forgiven. It helped that I played good basketball.
Patric,
it helped a lot that I played good basketball.
Wait a minute, buddy. I know we're up against the break. Do you think you should have told me that you were an international criminal like 2 years ago? You should have told me that.
I gotta be honest. I think in order for a relationship to grow and for it to be strong, you got to open up and tell and share. Hopefully you'll share some of your. This was originally going to be the young and old show, so I know you got a lot of old man stories.
Shut your filthy mouth up.
It was your suggestion.
It was not. Hey, I'm not sure who was going to be the young and who was going to be the old. You were going to be the old. I was going to be the young, right?
Yeah, that's that was the pitch.
All right, let's go to break. I had no idea I'm dealing with an espionage double agent.
That was a good segment.
You're like,
come on.
Hey, right now, James Bond is probably about to shoot you in the neck with a poisonous dart right now. You're Patric Young. I thought you were a sweet guy. What happened?
The Pelicans should not cut me, man.
Yeah, let's blame it on the Pelicans. Let's take a break. One down, a long way to go. Having a big time at Hurricane Grill and Wings in Julington Creek. Come by, say hi. You'll enjoy the wings. Don't sleep on the tacos, I'll tell you that. And it's just a fun place. Plenty of parking on the corner right by the marina. Come by, say hi today, anytime. They're having a great football season. Enjoy your ball right here at Hurricane Grill and Wings in Julington Creek.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice three-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Beautiful new We Can Bid on Everything stadium is built right there in its stead. Jaguars way away from that stadium right now. They have a second game in London. What Patrick, I want to stay with the Jaguars as we open up this second segment here. What a tough call right now. I mean, you've got a football team that is 1-5. They've had a miserable opening stanza to the season. They play a 1-5 New England team Sunday, and they're stuck. And I use that word on purpose. They're stuck over it. How brutal must it be to be over in London for a second week to play a second game, 1-5, and you know all the bullets are flying? How bad is that for that team? That must be miserable over there.
It's got to be miserable. You're spiraling, comments coming out from here, from there. Something about Dougie P, man. I know it's a bad look, man, to fire a coach in the middle of the season. There have been teams that, I think Antonio Pierce did a decent job in salvaging belief, at least in the Raiders last year. I don't know who that guy would be. And did you watch the game last night a little bit?
Not much. I didn't watch much of it. I want to be honest.
Well, it was so refreshing. Obviously, the new coach with the opportunity and the coordinators, they were so united. And even though they lost the game, they're fist pumping. Yes. Like, man, when does Doug Peterson show anything, man? Like, scream at somebody. Like, I don't know if he does that in the locker room. I don't know. Like, the guys, and I don't think he's going to change. I don't think he's going to change his personality. I don't think, we talk about Billy and staying in the NFL, but just we've spoke on it about Billy Napier. As great as a guy, I don't think he's going to change and turn into this.
Nor do
and
I.
I'm not asking for him to turn into Spurrier, but I'm asking for him to raise the standard. And, it's like this, Terry, raising your daughter. How often did you stop the soft parenting and say, Kendall, go do what I said, or something like that?
Everyone, yes, I had to do that a lot.
Every once in a while. You're like, Kendall, can you please go and put your toys away? Please go and Kendall, go put your toys away now.
Yeah, Kendall, I've asked you 3 times,
Dad,
clean your room. I've asked you 3 times, Patrick Young, to clean your room, Patric Young.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what Roy Robertson here. He's got to be elated. You know, the Seahawks aren't a tender. They're a good team, though. They're a good team, and
well, they're fighting for the playoffs. So
they are. They are. They are.
That was a trade. That was a two-sided trade. The Jaguars obviously called the Seahawks and said, "We're in trade mode." And by the way, that tells you the Jaguars brass, we've thrown away the season. We're done. We're done. And you're trying to get in the playoffs, and you have a void at defensive line. We'll give you this guy. What will you give us? And they said a 6th-round pick, and they said, okay. You know, that tells you the Jaguars are in shut it down mode, rebuild, get to next season mode.
And, you know, in Shad Khan, I watched you know, our buddies over with Action News Jacks. I think that our buddies Dan Hicken was with because Brent Martineau's up in London right now. I watched Hicken took over for the strings thing that our network does, and showed an interview they had to sit down with him in London, Shad Khan, and he still believes this is a great assembled roster. And you know, part of me is like, dude, I don't want to question if you know football.
He's wrong.
But you're so wrong. And
he's wrong.
I think it's okay for an owner, because even Jerry, I don't know if you've seen recently, Jerry Jones, he does his radio show, I think every, it probably was today, it's probably this morning. And the guys ask him an honest question. Do you believe the results that you have are because of very kind of inactive offseason? And he just explodes.
Really?
Who are you guys to say that you know football and this and that, blah, blah. I mean, it's like, you know, I don't know, man. You got it. Well, the Cowboy situation is a whole different, you know, you got Jerry, owner, president, GM. That's a whole different scenario. I believe he does know football. I believe he does. I believe that, you know, Shad Khan just makes me, you know, and everyone's been saying it.
He knows American football.
What does Trent Baalke have on Shad Khan that he is keeping him here? And I'm like, there's got to be something, man.
Yeah. You wonder if Shad Khan, with all of his money and all of his intelligence, he's smarter than me by 5,000 miles. Does he know American football? And Patric Young, I want to throw this out.
Yeah.
If Shad Khan decides, okay, this is untenable, we are at the bottom of the barrel, and most of your Power 5 NFL or power polls have the Jaguars at 30, 31, or 32. If you're Shad Khan and you decide, okay, I have to clean house. Okay, stay with me, Patric. If Khan says, okay, you may need to clean house. If you're Shad Khan and you say, I need to clean house, do you finally say, and that needs to include analytics and my son? Because that analytics thing has been around 3 or 4 years now. It ain't working, boys. Will Shad Khan say, if I have to clean house again, I might have to sweep and say, the analytics thing doesn't work. They've been playing NFL football for 100 years. They've been playing college football for 175 years. You know what? On 4th and 1, I don't care what the analytics say. Hey, Tony, my son, you got to go. We're not. Would he do that, Patric?
And this is the thing, like, because I wish there was a way we could get an inside view on this, because I'm like, are we using the analytics of the entire NFL history?
Yeah.
Let's use the analytics of Jacksonville Jaguars only, using our history.
I don't know.
You know what's so crazy, man? You know, the Detroit Lions, they've been doing so well this year, and they go for it. Obviously, we know more than anybody. Since Dan Campbell has been there, they've gone for it on 4th down 125, and probably more because I watched the game, but they said 125 times.
Really?
And 66 conversions. Both of those since he's been there, most in the NFL. They do it.
Do you know what that percentage is, Patric? Do you know?
That's right at 50. You know, pretty much right at 50%.
Okay, call it 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 60 times 2 is 120, so it's probably a little bit
right
over, but 50%. He believes he has the personnel. I remember they were going through the makeup of this team. Get Jared Goff, then you get Amon-Ra St. Brown, then you get the Sewell Pawai. I don't know how to say his name. The
the big lineman from Oregon. Yeah, the great lineman.
You get Laporta, you get Hutchinson, and it was like because I told you this a few since the GM of the Lions has since 2017 has the most drafted Pro Bowlers.
Wow, I didn't know that.
12 Pro Bowlers, drafted Pro Bowlers. And you just go and say, gosh, what are we doing wrong in our draft as the Jaguars? Yeah. Because Detroit, they were what, 1-15?
Yes.
A few years ago? Or like it was awful. And if a team can go from 1-15 to being in the NFC Championship game, they're doing something right.
And you know what, Patrick? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. You got it.
I was going to say that Lions team that they have constructed, I don't think they're going away anytime soon. I think Goff's got more years than him.
Absolutely.
Panay Sewell, Hutchinson, I know he's come back from injury. I think Detroit has got another 4 to 5 year run.
And I just don't know if, I think a big part of it was getting a coach like Dan Campbell. A big part of the Texan success. Yeah. I can't say if Dan Campbell is the best X's and O's guy. I don't know that. I don't think he's the play caller. But the players love him. Absolutely. I don't know if I can say I don't know. I'm sure the guys love love him and they respect him.
Yeah. Like I know this.
He calls guys out. I remember they were on what's the show that
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Inside or something like that.
He
calls guys out, and no one gets mad. It's like, yeah, we need to do better. And that style, I think just Antonio Pierce, DeMarco Murray, and Dan Campbell, players, coach, guys. That obviously the Raiders aren't great, but those guys believe. Those guys are not quitting for their coach. They're not, and. Yeah, I can't believe the Q word has even come up.
Yeah.
It comes up because it's true. And we speculated, has he lost the locker room? Has he lost the locker room?
Has he lost the locker room, Doug Peterson? I know this, and this is a terrible thing for me to say, but those coaches you talk about, Dan Campbell, DeMarco Ryans or with Houston, just looking at those guys and watching them on the sideline game after game, and you get to see them. Those kind of guys look like guys I would run through the wall for, right? I mean, there's a couple guys you go, man, I'd like to play for that guy. I think that guy would be a player's coach, and I don't necessarily think Doug Peterson is that guy. I don't think maybe a bunch of guys in the league are. I think you got to be special. I think you've got to be a special coach with a special aura about you to make multimillionaires want to run through the wall. And those guys make multimillionaires want to run through the wall.
Well, I think it's important to point to that the season that he won the Super Bowl, we know they lost Carson Wentz out for the year. And Nick Foles, great career. I think he just got, I don't know if he got he probably did Ring of Honor Eagles, I'm not sure, but he got honored in some manner. The culture, because I talked to Trey Burton when I had my show, because I'm like, man, what was it? Those guys, I don't know if it was the coach. I think it was the team that loved each other. Like they were having. He said when he got to the Eagles, like the lead quarterback's leading Bible study. Like, where do you see that? Just this thing of a belief and holding them together, because they weren't putting it on. When you acknowledge there's a God, you're not going to put your hope into a person, into the coach. Like, of course, you're going to work with the coach. That's what I'm like. They had the personnel.
Yeah.
And they had the personnel. They had a great in the game. Obviously, the game that they won the Super Bowl, it was like 45-48. It was like ridiculous scoring game, which was awesome. But I don't see and have never heard. And we're as close. We don't get in the locker room. But if there was unity like that, I think we would hear about it.
Yeah,
I think we would hear even from where we are. From where we are, we're not in the locker room, but we're around guys that know what's going on, and I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's
I will say this.
Last thing.
Go ahead.
My worry about this upcoming game, the Patriots just lost to the Texans, which is like they're a top 3 defense in the league. Still scored 14 points. Jaguars,
can they?
I think we're right at 31 or 32 defense.
Ooh.
So Drake
Ooh.
May, let's not act like this is going to be a gimme win.
Yeah. That's a good segue into our go to break. On the other side, I want to kick around, if you don't mind, Patrick. The Sunday Jaguars New England game, a couple of teams that are 1-5. I think it's a win or lose if the Jaguars win, they may be able to salvage 6 or 7 wins total. And I think that's a different season than if you only win 2 or 3. If the Jaguars lose to New England, and I've got the rest of their schedule, they may be looking at a 2 or 3 win season. And I know both of those 7 wins versus 3 wins, they're both losing seasons, but I think they're different. I think they are, if you lose 7, okay, it sucked and you had a losing season. If you bottom out with 2 or 3 wins, I think that's a totally different animal. And that's tough to take in the offseason. We'll talk about that. I've got the rest of the Jaguars' schedule here. We'll look at their final 11, including this Sunday with New England. The Young and Norvelle Show cruising along on a Tuesday. Well, you know where we're at by now. We are at Hurricane Grill and Bar right here in the heart of Mandarin in Julington Creek.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Since 1936, Procter Ace has been proudly helping Jacks with all your home and garden projects. Whether you need tools, paint, plumbing supplies, or expert advice, we've got what you need to get the job done right. Looking to brighten your yard? Visit our garden center for plants, tools, and everything to make your outdoor space flourish. You're not just shopping here, you're part of our community. So come in today and let us help you tackle your next project with a smile. After all,
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
When I say it means something to me, gentlemen, it means something to me.
High school football is back and it's bigger than ever. Welcome to the Friday Night Zone Blitz.
It is bigger than a game.
Watch the biggest games each week live as the action unfolds with instant reaction and analysis from our Hall of Famer, Kevin Sullivan. It starts with live look-ins at the top matchups, including our Jaguars Prep Whataburger Game of the Week, and that is just the beginning of 4 straight hours of coverage. From 8 to 10:30, the Friday Night Zone Blitz is streaming on our Action News Jax app and online. At 10:30, the Friday Night Blitz you know and love. A half hour of highlights from around the area. 11 o'clock, we shine the spotlight on the bands that pump up the crowd. 11:15, it's time to blitz through the highlights online and on air. Then 11:35, back to the stream to break down the night's results with a reaction from local coaches. 4 straight hours of high school football on the Friday Night Zone Blitz. Only on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Baker Sports is local sports. Uniforms from Pop Warner and Little League to travel ball, high school, and college. They make you look good. They help you play good. Baker Sports has been helping families make memories that will last a lifetime with their Baker's Buckets. We've got a lot of these filled with baseballs and softballs in the garage. I've been throwing batting practice to Ty and Kaylee for years, and also sit on the Baker's Bucket, catching Kaylee while she practices her pitching. Yeah! Baker Sports is homegrown, and a lot of employees that used to play on local ball fields now work for Baker Sports, now helping you look good, play good, and make memories of your own. Visit Bakersport.com to see what Baker Sports can do for you. Custom apparel, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, embroidery, screen printing, and more. Baker Sports is local sports. From Jacksonville to anywhere in the Southeast. Bakersport.com.
There you go. Look inside the stadium again. Jacksonville will not be there for a couple of weeks as the Jaguars have one more game in London. And then Green Bay, Green Bay will roll in. We're going to spend a few minutes at some point, Patrick, talking about the final 11 games for the Jaguars. It's really busted in half. They've got 5 tough-ass games. And then the final 5, we'll talk about that. Hey, a couple things. Patrick, we've got to give away 2 tickets to the Florida-Kentucky game. And I know the Gators are scuffling, but we got 2 tickets. You want to open it up on your stuff? Well, how are we going to get these things away? They're good seats. It's a night game, 7:45 in the Swamp, Florida, Kentucky. We got to give those tickets away.
I'm not afraid to go back to that group that made the 100 words or less. To look at them, that was pretty nice. I really liked that. It was some good answers in there.
It is up to you. You're the boss. You're the boss.
I'll reopen it with the same exact one, and I'll put a tweet out.
Okay. I like it a lot. So we got our Gator tickets to give away. Florida versus Kentucky. Kentucky kind of going boy. I thought Kentucky was going to be better this year. They're scuffling a little bit. Vanderbilt. How about Vanderbilt? Vanderbilt's closing in on a bowl game, by the way. Vanderbilt.
Man, Vanderbilt.
And you've got. Hey, how about this? Vanderbilt was like the last team that did not get ranked this week. Of the top 25, they were 26. If Vanderbilt got, hey, how about this, Patrick? Had Vanderbilt got enough votes to get ranked, you would have had Army, Navy, and Vanderbilt in the top 25. How about what about that?
That's crazy, man. That's awesome. I love it.
Isn't
That's
that great?
Incredible. If Army or Navy were to win out, would they possibly get that bid?
Well, it would depend. Are they the highest group of 5 team? That's how it works. Right now, Boise State controls everything.
You're right.
Boise State is like 17th in the country, and they're the highest group of 5. They have 1 loss, and it's a great loss. They lost to Oregon at Oregon by 3 points.
Yeah.
And Patrick, they've got a Heisman Trophy contender in Genty.
I want a running back. I want a running back to win it again. I don't want a quarterback.
I think that matters because don't forget, to be the highest group of 5, that means you're getting voted on by human beings, right? And I could see some human beings going, okay, Boise State's pretty good with 1 loss, and they're ranked 17th. Now, this is going into the last ranking. Wait a minute. Memphis is pretty good. They only have, Boise's got that Heisman guy. Let's vote Boise higher, right? So right now, Boise is leading but to answer your question, if Army, let's say Navy ran the table, including beating Navy would probably be higher ranked and they would go. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That'd be crazy.
Wouldn't that be nuts? I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
Getting Genty, he's getting so much national praise. And he's a humble guy. They were playing Utah State. He had 3 touchdowns and 168 yards in the first half. And just because, as we all know, it's all about numbers. I wish the coach would have gave him 2 more drives or something.
Yeah.
Because I think he is someone that has just been a leader. Like, Quinn Ewers got injured. So he's kind of Travis Hunter injured. Shedeur Sanders not having a Heisman year yet. Milton, not really. So it's kind of like
the guy at Georgia,
Carson Beck. Yeah,
Carson Beck has not had a monster year. He has not.
Yeah, Genty's the only running back in consideration. And Travis Hunter, the only, those two non-quarterbacks to be in that race. I just, because it's such a numbers game, I just wish he would have, the coach would say, hey, we won this game. You were having a remarkable year. I would love for you to just do 2 more possessions or even one more possession. If nothing happens, like the risk of injury is always when you play football. It doesn't matter you save him or not, but I just would, he's got to get those numbers. Because he's such a humble kid, man. I watched some of his interviews. He is an awesome guy to follow.
And it's funny you mentioned Genty, the running back for Boise State. They lost one game. They're 5-1. They're 17th in the country, I think it is, unless they've gone up. In that game, he had and I had the numbers. I can't find them, Patrick. In the loss to Oregon, he had 177 yards. He had a big game, 3 touchdowns. So did Dylan Gabriel. Now, if you ask me, Terry, who are the top 3 Heisman guys in order? I think because Saturday night's game in Oregon, Ohio State, Oregon, was such a big game. By the way, the ratings were off the chart for that game, okay? I think because of that, Dylan Gabriel had a big game on that big stage. I think Gabriel right now is 1. I think Cam Ward is 2, and we forgot about him because he was off.
God,
he was off.
My bad.
They had an off week, so Cam Ward I think is still up there, and absolutely. I think Genty is 3 right now, and that is very fluid. It can move.
Yeah.
But Gabriel had a big game on that huge stage Saturday night.
I'll ask you this: which is worse, Nico running out of bounds and not even making the throw, or what's his name with
Will Howard?
Will Howard running and
when he took off
running down the middle with 8 seconds left.
And you just said it, Patrick. The middle of not the sideline to step out, and you were going, "Hey, this is good. He's getting closer. Wait a minute. They don't have us. He's got to get down. And he did not get down. Hey, by the way, what a game! Nobody lost that game, man. That was a half of a win and a half of a loss, right? What a game!
Yeah, absolutely. What a battle!
What a game! And
missed extra point.
Yeah. Yes. Real quick, Patrick. Major League Baseball, Yankees up 1-0 in their series last night. The Mets, how about the Mets? They jumped out hard yesterday. They've tied the Dodgers, but they got a split on the road tonight, 7:38, Cleveland at New York. We got one game tonight. And by the way, Major League Baseball playoffs up 18%. So these playoffs, and what helps, Patrick, you got L.A., you got New York, it's a great setup for Major League Baseball.
Yeah, what a time to be a New York anything fan.
Woo!
Hockey,
what about the Mets jumping on the Dodgers?
The Islanders, they've kicked it off.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever watched the Islanders or know anything about them, but they've kicked it off. Have you ever tried to get into hockey? Because it's a great sport. I just wasn't my thing growing up.
And it's funny you say that. Obviously, our new home is over at the inside the Igloo on Mondays. We're at the sports bar. It was amazing yesterday, Patrick. You were on the show, but you weren't there. You'll see it when you come over there, and you've been there before. Patrick, it's amazing how many, and you could just kind of tell these were northern people that have moved down here, and they are dying for a hockey rink. Well, they have two over there. There were kids on the ice and the parents watching. The parents were in the sports bar. The parents had their computer. The parents were eating a meal. The parents were drinking a beer or wine. Dude, Patrick, yesterday at our new Monday home inside Icebreakers Bar and Grill, Patrick, there must have been 400, and I know school was out. There were 400 people around. It was unbelievable.
That's all. It was that many people. Oh my gosh.
There were 30 or 40 constantly on both rinks. There were 20 or 30 inside the sports bar. There were outside. There's an area where the parents can watch, or you can watch anybody. It was bustling, man.
On a Monday, Monday at 4. Around. Well, did they get there before you? Was that like that before you got set up and everything?
It was. Now school was out. I want to say that again.
Right.
But and you could kind of tell, Patrick. And I watched the people on the ice. It was free skate, right? It was free skate. You go and pay your $1 to go skate. There were high level. I mean, they look like near Olympic level. There were me and you falling up. Yeah, there was every level, but you could tell, Patrick, there were a lot of people that lived down here in the South, but they grew up north and they missed the ice. Yeah. And this place is, I mean, where else are you going to skate in Jacksonville?
Nowhere. That's it.
That's it. We were there for the Hall of Fame a week ago Monday. What a facility, man!
Yeah, they had us on the ice. Yeah, that was so cool.
And I talked to yesterday, not on the air. We had Jim Webb, the general manager of the sports bar. He was awesome. But I talked before we went on the air yesterday with Andy Kaufman, one of the head guys, one of the guys that runs the whole and helped put it together. And buddy, they didn't skimp at all. They put the money together and said, we're not going to piecemeal this thing. They put some, I can't remember, it was $20-something million to rebuild that building. And dude, you've been there.
Yeah.
They did not skimp on anything.
I've been there when it was, I mean, it changed. I want to say it changed 3 times because it was still, they still had, before it went to the Igloo, there was the ice rink in the back. That one in the back was there.
I remember that.
Before there were still some basketball courts. There was still some turf in the middle. And man, I'm meeting with Andy, just talk to him because they do so much.
He told me that.
Yeah. Man, the anesthesia got me this morning. We're supposed to get on the call, but he does, not only is it, just for the community and in a way of like getting people that don't have, they do like an all abilities 4 times a year.
I've seen that.
Yeah. He talked about it. He talked about it at the Hall of Fame lunch we had, and it was incredible. It's incredible, man. I'm trying to get him connected with FCA because there's plenty of people that don't even have in their mindset that their kid has an opportunity for the first time to do
absolutely
ice rink, go and play hockey.
Absolutely.
And then what's cool about it, if it's sled hockey or whatever, like a parent can play too.
I know.
You're in the sled playing hockey, you can play. Like that's amazing. And I hope when we connect, we can make that more than just a 4-time-a-year affair. Maybe once a month, or I don't care. But it's just incredible.
And Patrick, as we come up on our top of the hour break, I just feel like I'm a good enough friend that can tell you I've got a request in for a fundraiser, and we're going to put you, Patrick Young, in the hockey. What do you call the goal? The goal, and we're going to take shots at you from like 20 yards away on the ice, and everybody that hits you right in the forehead, $5 to the charity. Okay, are you in?
I need a lot of padding.
Patrick, you got to be in, man.
Do
it for the team. For the team, Patrick.
Before I say yes, I got to know the padding situation. There's a lot I need to know before, man. That's a big ask.
I've already bought. Hey, I've pre-bought 5,000 shots. I'm going to send that your way.
That sounds like a you problem.
No, Patrick, we need you to participate, man. It's for the team, Pat. It's for the team. Let's take a break. I want to look at the Jaguar schedule when we come back. And Pat, don't forget, 5:30 or so, our man Trivia Pat's going to sit down. Put your smart hat on now in about 30 minutes, okay?
Hey, by the way, I think I went when we do it with Zach tomorrow. I think I went 3 for 3. I think so.
I was asking you. I think you're plus 30, right?
I think I did. You know what helps so much? Like, we're making these picks early. I think, obviously for the college games to make them on a Friday, that's fine. But for the NFL games, like, you get to hear where they're like. I easily chose. Who was it? I think Detroit, or it was a backup quarterback and receivers were out. I'm like, oh my gosh, absolutely. Like, let me take that. Who was that? What team was that? I texted to you.
Yeah. Patric, knowledge is power, my man. Knowledge
Absolutely.
is power. I had you at a plus 30. So
Yeah.
you hit everyone. And I had Zach. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Zach was like a minus 25. I think, no.
Yeah.
Zach is in minus numbers now, I think.
Gosh, what college game did I do? I can't even remember, man. Oh, it was
Penn State, USC,
yeah,
I think.
I feel like that was the easiest one. I was like, they're going backup quarterback against a great Texas team, and then they had a bunch of like receivers out. They kept saying it during the game too. I'm like, oh my gosh, we definitely.
Hey Pat, as we go to break, we'll talk about this tomorrow with Zachary, our producer, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I had him. He was plus 5 going into the week, and I had him. I think he's minus 30, so I think he's at minus 25. Patrick, I think he's minus 25 for God's sake.
Zach's so funny. He's like, isn't the purpose to lose? Isn't the purpose of this game to lose?
and God bless him.
I love it.
His South Carolina Gamecocks, they should have beat Alabama, right? They should have beat Alabama.
That team, man, it's like they're so bipolar, man, and they kick Kentucky's butt, almost have LSU that close. Penalty makes that, and then they're so close to beating Bama. Like, Frank Beamer's so close, but so far away.
Patrick, that's all wonderful, but Zach, our producer, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he's negative 25 right now. Oh, God. Patrick, I don't think he's hit a pick in about 3 weeks. I think he's gone over 3. All right, let's take a break.
You get to make fun of him instead of make fun of me. I like that.
Oh, my God. This is so much fun. I can't wait to get him on the air. Hey, we're having a good time. You can hear it. You can see it. We're at Hurricanes Grill and Wings, our Tuesday home. Come by, say hi. They got great wings, obviously, the name of the restaurant. And don't sleep on the tacos. I get tacos all the time here. It's a great Taco Tuesday at Hurricanes. Josh, Callie, they do a super job running the place. They have trivia after we get off the air today. Trivia from 7 till about 8:30 or so. Trivia, Pat will be here and get that set up. And we'll do a little trivia about 5:30. It's kind of become a tradition. Looking forward to that. We'll talk some college football, the weekend schedule coming up, and more Jaguar talk as we go. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you on a Tuesday from Hurricane Grill and Wings in Julington Creek.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
See, we're at on a Tuesday. We are at our Tuesday home. That makes sense. We are at the Hurricanes Grill and Wings location in Julington Creek every single Tuesday. We're in the heart of Mandarin. Love it over here. Fun people, good atmosphere, a lot going on, including after we go off the air. 1 hour after we go off the air, they have trivia from 7 to 8 every Tuesday. Airtainment, the trivia group, is here, and it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. We have some fun with Trivia Pat. He gets set up, and he'll sit down about 5:30, and we have a lot of fun with some sports trivia, non-sports trivia. That is coming up here on the program on a Tuesday. We've got some college football to go over if you'd like, but I want to get back to the Jaguars schedule and how absolutely, I think, critical this New England game is. Game number 2 in London for the Jaguars. They're sitting at 1-5, and if you look at the schedule, well, let me back up before I get to the final 11 games for Jacksonville, including New England this Sunday. A losing record is a losing record. I get that. A non-playoff year is a non-playoff year. I get that. But I also think you can draw a line also between a really bad losing season and a losing season. Let's do some numbers. If the Jaguars were to finish 7-10, everybody plays 17 games now in 18 weeks. 7-10, 8-9, that type of losing record, I think, is here. If the Jaguars or any NFL team in a 17-game schedule finish at 2-15, 3-14. I think that's different. A lot of people say, well, losing record's a losing record. You're under 500. I see it differently. I think 2-15, 3-14 is an absolute disaster. 3.5 wheels have fallen off. The engine fell out. You're not pushing the car, you're walking. I think it's a big deal, and I think this New England game is the swing game for the Jaguars. And it's just the way it fell. New England's 1-5. The Jaguars are 1-5. If the Jaguars do not win Sunday, I think you may be staring at a 2 or 3 win overall season. Now, they do get a break with the schedule, the final 5. But let's get past New England. Let's say the Jaguars this Sunday, they win or lose. Let's say they lose, and they're 1-6. Their next 5 games are an absolute murderer's row. There's a good chance they could lose 5 in a row in a heartbeat. They have to play after New England. They've got Green Bay, at Philadelphia, Minnesota, at the Detroit Lions, and Houston at home. That is brutal. I think all 5 of those teams are playoff teams. There's a very good chance you're losing all 5 of those games. Maybe you could steal one. Ooh, that would be tough. I mean, again, Green Bay, playoff or fighting for it. At Philly, same thing. Minnesota, undefeated, one of the stories of the year. At the Lions are as good as anybody in their conference. The Lions were really close to the Super Bowl last year. And then Houston. Now, a saving grace for the Jaguars could be the final 5 games of the last 11 really are manageable. Here are the Jaguars' final 5 games. And there may be 2 or 3 wins in here. So if you can go beat New England and steal a win or 2 in those next 5 murderers row, at least 1 to get to 3, maybe you could throw 2 or 3 more on in the final 5 because it's very manageable. The final 5 games for the Jaguars are as follows. At Tennessee, the New York Jets at home in Jacksonville, at the Raiders, Tennessee at home, and at Indy. All of those are winnable. And here's what you have to factor. And if you follow the NFL long enough, you know this happens every year. It's one of the flaws in the NFL season. And I don't know if the NFL can figure out a way to fix it. If you've watched the NFL for any length of time, they now play 17 games, and they get it in 18 weeks. So off of 17, the last 4, I'll just say the last 4 weeks of the NFL season, you can have some, and you do have, it happens every year, you have some matchups that are dog awful. Just dog awful. Every week, the last 4 weeks, you end up getting several games between non-playoff team versus eliminated team. And those games are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Meaning you can steal a game or 3. You can. The Jaguars may be able to steal 2 or 3 wins in the final 5 because they're going to face mostly and probably all 5 teams are not making the playoffs. And I know the NFL is built on, well, your tape is your resume. The players know all that, but it happens every year. The last 3 or 4 weeks in the NFL season, every week that churns through, the next to last, and then the next to last, and then the next to last, and then the last. Every week that comes through, it happens every season. You get 2 teams that are just playing out the string, and it happens multiple times, and you can steal wins. you can steal wins. I could see the Jaguars, their final 5, stealing a couple games. So, is it a big deal if the Jaguars finish this year 3-14 versus 7-10? I think it is. I really do. I think there's a big difference and a different level of losing season. You win 7, 8, or 9 games and have a losing season. I think that is different than if the absolute engine falls out and you win 2 or 3 games. I think there's a big difference. I do. Now, I think this New England game is pivotal. I think if the Jaguars win it, they'll go out and win another 1, 2, 3 here, and they'll piece together 6, 7 wins. It's ugly. It was an ugly season. It's a total rebuild, but 6 or 7 wins in a 17 NFL game schedule is not 2 or 3. And I think we've got Pat back on. Pat, I know we started talking about that a little bit yesterday. If the Jaguars can piece together 6 or 7 wins in a losing season, I think that is way better than having the engine fall out. They lose to New England Sunday, and they only win 2 or 3 games all year. I think there's a big difference. Okay.
We're already talking about the team giving up on the season. Obviously, how is that going to affect the locker room when you trade off a guy? And look, Roy Robertson Harris, he's a solid football player. He's just not what the Jags need. He's not elite, to a high enough level where he's a difference maker. So you got to imagine he's been there for a while. That's going to affect the locker room. Cisco saying those comments. I think they were. I bet they had a players only meeting. I'm sure they did.
You would think.
I'm certain they did. I'm certain they've had a few of those.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, these guys got to realize if this isn't it, you're playing for your next contract, your next team. You still want to show that you can do something, and because this I can't say full rebuild because Shad Khan made it clear. Trevor, Josh Allen, and Tyson Campbell are the 3 main guys. And we haven't even seen. I do wonder if Tyson Campbell is out there, how much of a difference he makes. I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
He's, obviously. But hopefully him being out there next week, upcoming, maybe, I don't know, man. But
yeah,
it's tough because it's just compounding on. We've only had 10 winning seasons in Jaguars history, and this is
amazing.
This is not going to be one.
No, it will not be one. And I'm trying to sit here and think. And, Pat, we'll go to break. We're going to do some trivia in a little bit here when we come back. I'm sitting here trying to think, is there any way that Shad Khan cannot just blow it up? And that means general manager and head coach. I can't see him blowing one of these guys out and not both. I mean, you almost think if you either give them another year together, which is unfathomable, or you blow the whole thing up. You can't say, well, Balky, there's the door. It was you, not Peterson. Peterson, there's the door. It was you, not Balky. I can't see that.
I can't see that because, it just seems as though, outside looking in, obviously, that maybe Trent Balky and Dougie P were not on the same page or something along those lines. Because I think if Doug P, if he agrees with what Shad Khan says, I think he doubles down on it and says that at some point.
Yeah.
And he hasn't. So I mean, the thing is, you bringing in a new guy, head coach or GM, you want those guys to be able to kind of see the vision. And I love this. Right now we have sight. What we see, the Jaguars are awful. They are absolutely this year, their sight, this stinks. What is the vision? The vision's got to be the same, and it's vision in things that you don't see, and belief that the team can get there. And I mean, if this team, we're going to say the same exact thing. If this team does nothing else to improve their O-line, we're going to say the same exact thing, and that's insanity, right?
Yeah, same old thing, same
And
Same old thing.
Mitch Morris will be 33 next year. So
33-year-old legs.
33-year-old legs. Yeah.
It's
annoying, man.
It's tough, man. It's tough. You get in that spin cycle, and my God. How about Shad Khan right now? His football team has laid another egg this year and over in London. He's got to stay around. I'm assuming he's around there, right, and going to the next game.
Yeah.
And, he's a European guy, right? I mean, he's from across the pond. I mean, at what point does his embarrassment his buddies are over there. He's showing his buddies that may not know American football. Yeah, that with the cat, that's my – oh, you mean the team that got beat 35-16? Yeah, that's my team. How bad is that for Shad Khan, for God's sake?
I think the most embarrassing, for him, because, and I we can never tell a person how to use their money, but how many owners have their hands in multiple big things like he does?
I don't know. Yeah,
AEW,
I don't know.
The Jaguars, and a team overseas, a soccer team. I don't. And I'm not going to say you can't be good at it. It's really, really, really hard.
Yeah, but boy, you wonder. And as we're up against the break, we'll do some trivia the rest of the show. You wonder, though. I don't think he can come. The way the season's going, and the last couple of years have gone for the Jaguars, I don't think Shad Khan can come out with a little fillet knife and fillet some stuff out. I think he's got to come out with a big hatchet.
Yeah.
And just, and where does that hatchet go? And Patrick, you have to ask the question now. If you're cleaning house, do you clean house on the analytics part? And which is your son? Which is your son? Because I don't think the analytics stuff has worked. It's been 5 years now.
And plus, he's like the president of the AEW, like
or whatever.
Let him go and do that. Like, just focus on that. That's a big enough thing to try and, because AEW might not ever be WWE,
right?
But you can't be half in and half out trying to grow that business. You can't.
Yeah. I agree. All right, Pat. I think you're wearing a hat. Is that your smart hat? I need you to get your smart hat on.
It's a
Tim smart hat nearby.
It's a Tim Walton softball hat. So yeah, it's a smart hat. All right.
He's pretty smart because he's won some national titles.
Yes, he has.
Now, if needed, I need Benita Young still in the area. If we need to call her from the sideline, okay.
She took the cat to the vet. I don't think we're gonna have Benita Young.
Benita, get back. Benita, where's her phone at?
Oh, she don't want to do it. I'm using my phone for the show.
All right, I don't like this. We need Benita on our team.
Where's your confidence? Where's your confidence?
Okay, do you have your smart hat on? Okay.
Yeah, man. Right. I'm always ready.
All right. I've got a little fun question to lead us off for you and Pat, and we'll take a break. Let's come back. We're going to talk some trivia. We do it on Tuesday. Trivia Tuesday at Hurricane Grill and Wings, and then they kick it off for real at 7 o'clock, giving away some house money. If you want to play some trivia and you're in the Mandarin area, come by, say hi. Hurricane Grill and Wings at the bridge at Julington Creek. Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
All right, here we go. Time to do some Tuesday trivia. We have a lot of fun kind of wrapping up the show every Tuesday. And before we get into that, Patric Young and Trivia Pat is here from Airtainment. You guys are kind of laughing at me. We're talking about taking trips and following the Jaguars and to Europe and watching their games. And I mentioned the fact that, yeah, I can't really go because this happened about 4 or 5 years. I can't find my passport and my daughter's. I've lost my passport and my daughter's. I used to have them in a bag together, and I can't find them. And guys, I got online and I started figuring out how do you replace your. And they started asking me about numbers and questions, and I'm scared to do it all because I'm scared. I'm scared Homeland Security is going to arrest me, Patric, for something. So I'm scared to replace my passport.
Like they should have arrested me when I was in Turkey, right?
Ask you a question.
Say it again, Pat.
Like they should have arrested me when I was in Turkey, right?
Yes. So I want to get my passport and I want to reapply and all, but I just feel like if I tell them, they're going to accuse me of something and they're going to throw me in jail or something. I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
You didn't.
You can do it online now, of course, as you know.
We can prove it.
I'm scared, Patrick.
But you can go to the post office downtown and I mean, if yours is expired, because I lost my passport when I was in Italy and I had to get an emergency passport.
Yeah,
it was $250.
Yeah, but I want my passport and I don't know what happened, man. I had them in a bag, me and my daughter, and my daughter's 24, so I've had her passport for years. Right when she was a kid, I got her one about 13 or 14, and I don't know where. And I have looked. I don't have them. looked everywhere. And I got online about 3 years ago, and I said, okay, what do you do if you lost your passport? And I started filling out these, and I stopped and I go, wait a minute, man. If I keep telling them, they may think I'm an out-of-country guy or something, up to no good. I got scared and I just quit. Guy. I was scared, Patric. Patric, they're
You know what that
Do me
sounds
and
like?
Pat
That
need to be character witnesses for you, Terry?
that sounds like another EU problem, Terry.
Thanks for the support, Patric. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks. I know we're all there. All right, here we go. Let's do some trivia. We have fun on Tuesday. This is Era Trivia, Pat. Era Entertainment.
Just
Era.
trivia, Pat. Just
Trivia, Pat. I don't know. I want to help your company. You got your company shirt on?
No, not today.
Where's your company shirt at?
Not
Holy
today.
cow.
I do it so much,
Pat, he
Terry,
doesn't have his company shirt
the
on.
shirts get dirty.
I'm sure.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
you do what twice a week or 3 times a week?
3 times.
Yeah,
3 times.
Whoa, 3. You can't. Do you have a? Hey, they've invented this thing called a washing machine. You know, there he is, Josh. Hey, thank God for Callie's Oregon team. Our buddy Josh. Oh my goodness gracious! One of the owners, Josh, he's a big FSU fan. His wife is a Gator, which both teams are having bad season, and an Oregon. You know, the only person that's a Gator Oregon fan in the world, and she's loving life. We're all hating life. I oughta. All right, you guys ready to go? Some trivia?
Go for it.
Bring it on, baby. Bring
Is
it
this
on.
a multiple choice question?
All right, I'm going to throw one out just to get us warmed up. You guys ready?
Yeah.
And I got to figure out how to word this kind of. It's kind of a unique. Okay, I want you guys. Where'd Patrick go? We'll get Patrick back. I want you guys to tell me. And if you think this through, you might get it. I need you to tell me what Super Bowl winning football player. Okay, so this football player was on a Super Bowl winning, and he was a big player, big time player.
Okay.
I need you guys to tell me. Oh, Bonita. Sit down, lady. We're gonna win now, Patrick. Look who we got. Trivia, Pat. Look who we got.
She needs to help me first.
You shut your filthy mouth. She's on our team. All right, this is just a warm-up question to you two, Patrick Young and Trivia Patrick. Tell me what Super Bowl winning football player had his biggest athletic accomplishment on this day in 1964 off the football field.
Off the football field.
So do you get what I'm asking, guys? What Super Bowl win? This guy won a Super Bowl as a member of a Super Bowl football team.
Yeah.
That is a huge accomplishment to win a Super Bowl, right?
It
to be a
is.
player.
It is.
Right, Pat? Okay. So this guy, his biggest athletic accomplishment was bigger than that off the football field in 1964, and it was a sporting event.
Off the football field.
Okay. He was a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl. He got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do. A member of a Super Bowl team, and he was a star player.
Yep.
But winning the Super Bowl was nowhere near his biggest athletic accomplishment. It happened off the football field on this date in 1964. That's why. Patrick Young, anything?
What can we ask what team?
The Dallas Cowboys were his football team.
64.
19 on this date in 1964, and I'll give you a clue. This will help. It's very localized. Very localized. Look at Bonita. Look at Bonita. She's the thinking man. Look at her back there with the thinking man pose.
I can't.
I see her. Patrick, anything? We don't hear you. Turn up your volume. We don't hear you. We don't see you. We see you taking a tumble. I don't hear you, Pat.
Oh, 60s.
I don't think you know anyway.
Very local, 60s.
We can't hear you, Pat.
Audio.
Come on, Pat.
Okay, you got
Come
me now?
on. Don't act like you know it.
Bullet Bob Hayes.
Oh, my goodness gracious. From the Netherlands, Patrick, that's my guy. Bullet Bob Hayes, who played for the Dallas Cowboys, was a great wide receiver, won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he also, before he went to the NFL, he won the 1964 100-yard dash gold medal in the Tokyo Olympics.
Wow,
Patric Young, did you look that up, Patrick?
No,
he didn't.
No,
That
right
was
because we talked about it before.
Yes, we have.
And when you said Cowboys, the first thing you said outside, I knew Olympics, and then you said local.
He's from
it was
Jacksonville.
Yeah, he's from Jacksonville. And my mom just shared a cool fact at A&M.
Yeah, I did.
My grandmother shared a Spanish class with Bob Hayes at Florida A&M.
Yeah, because he went to A&M.
Yeah,
Holy
that's cool.
Patric Young, you are my man right now. That's my guy right now. And by the way,
Except when I'm wrong.
I didn't tell y'all this, but that was a $748 billion question. So we're off and running. All right, Era Pat, what do you got? You got anything for us?
Okay.
Look at our team.
All right.
Look at that smart team we got.
Pat, I figured out Terry's weakness.
Oh, you ain't got no
weakness. It's geography.
I ain't got no geography weakness.
We're going to start off with a
Do
geography
you know I
question.
graduated from a private institution of higher learning?
I'm going to tell the
I like to
government
tell you
when you
the-
reapply for your passport,
the Harvard of South
that is
Jackson.
false
You
information.
shut
Oh, that's
your
good.
filthy mouth. Go.
Pat, that's good. I see, because Terry has.
I'm scared to get my
lost his
passport. They're going to throw me in jail for some reason. I'm scared.
He's lost it. It's been lost for what? 4 years? 5
It is
years?
about 4 years. Patrick Young, I've turned down trips abroad because I can't find my freaking passport.
Oh my gosh.
I'm scared. All right, what do you got?
And the question is probably, where did you lose it?
And it's, dude, I've probably lived in 2 places since then. I've turned them upside down. I don't know where it's at. And I'm worried that I need to report it lost all the way.
Yeah.
Because some crazy guy could be in the middle of doing crazy things with my passport.
You think so?
I'm scared to death. Patrick, I live my life scared to death. I'm scared.
There's some kind of bag that he might have thrown away. That's something.
Please help me.
All right.
What do you got?
It's multiple choice.
Okay.
Multiple choice.
You ready?
Which of the following Hawaiian islands is the smallest?
Benita, we need you.
Is it
Benita? Hey, Benita, we're going to need you.
I'm just going to say Oahu because I don't know.
No, it's multiple choice, Benita.
Multiple
Hold
choice.
on. Hold on.
Hang
I was
on,
gonna say
Benita. For
Oahu.
God's sakes.
Is it Niahu, Molokai,
I think that's a dumb question. That's what I think.
Kahului, or
No.
Lanai?
Say the third one again.
Kahului.
All right,
That sounds like tomfoolery.
Yeah, that's tomfoolery. That's not a real one. So we can scratch that one off. All right,
Yes.
Pat Young, do you got a feeling about any of this at all, Patrick?
Absolutely not. I'm useless.
I'd say go with A because Lanai is something that's on the back of your house. I just can't think that's an island. I don't know.
Boom. Let's go.
It's tomfoolery. It's Kahului.
All right,
Oh,
Benita.
my
I'm not real happy.
goodness.
Benita,
Yeah,
you got to pick
see,
it up
I
a little bit,
told you.
girl.
I wasn't
You
feeling
gotta
it
pick-
today.
All right, we're 0 for 1. That's fine. We're going to make a comeback.
All right.
We should be 1 for 1 because Patrick Young got the first one, but do we get that?
I was on his team. Me and Pat get that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was just a warm-up question then. The heck with it.
All right.
Nobody gets
Sport,
warm.
we're sports question.
Where you going, Benita? Holy cow. Miss a question, run out. What
She's
kind
gone.
of team player is it?
Gone.
She gone.
She's crammed. He gone.
She heard the first question and
She gone.
said no. All right. In 10-pin bowling,
10-pin bowling? What?
if you were to bowl a perfect game, how many times would you roll in that game? How many times would you roll the
I
ball?
got you. Let's talk this through, okay? So you get those.
It's 10 frames, but
And then you
know
get
when
two
you
extra.
when you get a strike, you get 2 extra bowls. So
Is it 12?
I believe it's 12.
You know what? I'm with you, Patrick. Let's go 12.
Yes.
Woo! That's my.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, you're my man. You are my man
On
now.
fire,
That's
Jeff.
my man right there. Woo! Okay, so that was a 8 million point question. I just saw.
Sure,
All right.
sure.
So it's 1-1 now, pal. Way to go, Patrick
All
Young. That's my guy right there.
That was a good one.
What city does the George Bush Intercontinental Airport service?
I know this.
Isn't it somewhere in Texas?
It is in Texas. I think
Is it Dulles?
we're talking. I think it's Houston. We're
Okay.
talking. Are you Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Houston.
Yes.
Dude, boom. That's my guy right there, Patric Young. That's my partner right there.
You did it.
You know what? I can always depend on him. Boom. That was a 10 million point question, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, 2-1. Patric, dadgummit, Patric, I'm proud of you, man. You paid attention in school. That's my man.
I did. No, I didn't.
I tell you that.
Is Pat wearing a burgundy shirt though?
We already talked about. He's got an
red.
FSU shirt on.
It's what?
It's red.
Yeah, it looks like FSU,
Okay.
but that's
I'm
okay.
at home.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, just keep being smart, Pat. We don't need what you look like. You don't have to be a supermodel wearing Versace. We just need your brain, okay? We don't need your looks. We need your brain, okay?
It'd be nice to get a Versace deal.
Yeah.
I'd wear the hell out of that.
All right, you got any hard questions, or you just got these easy ones?
Here we go.
Here we go.
What does NCIS stand for?
Oh.
It's a TV show. What does it stand for?
Oh,
what
man.
does the
My mom knows
acronym NCIS stand for?
Oh, I know that, man. Come on, Patric. They got
I don't
a
watch
million
those
of those
shows.
shows, right?
I don't
They
watch
do.
those shows. No.
I don't either, but what does it stand for?
It's crime
Crime.
scene investigation.
New crime NCIS. Come
Yeah.
on, Patric. You're
It's crime scene investigation, or the CSI. I know that part.
Okay. Crime scene investigation. What new
No,
Patric, help.
not national. Wouldn't be. It couldn't.
National new this is a dumb question. It's a really a dumb question.
It's a great question.
Patric, come on, man. Where's Benita?
She would know this.
Well, she's wandering off well, I mean, where's she at?
This literally is a
thought-
question. My dad would know this too.
Where's Robert?
He was taking a nap. He had a golf tournament, Gateway Conference, early this morning, so he passed out.
I tell you, my squad has abandoned me. It sounds like my squad has abandoned me.
So you're blaming others, Terry.
Hold on. Patric, do you think crime scene investigation? That's the last three, right?
What does NCIS stand for? Get the N.
Come on, Benita. Benita.
What's the N?
Come on, Benita.
Really?
Naval.
Naval.
Criminal investigation.
Crime scene investigation.
Yeah, crime.
Naval crime scene investigation for the win.
We're going naval. No. Tell Benita to get out of here. Benita, just take the day off. Just take the day off. You're not feeling
turncoat over here.
You know what, Benita? You're just not feeling it today. Take the day off. We're going to run in your backup. Your backup's coming in.
Oh yeah, like the
What does it stand
the
for?
progressive
National
commercials.
National
Crime Investigation Service.
Oh, we had it backwards.
In
CSI. Okay.
CSI?
That's a dumb question. We'll take the loss. That's a dumb question. I'm just going to say it's a dumb question.
All right, let's get you guys back on track.
Patric, it's a dumb question.
National. Say it one more time, Pat, please.
Yeah. National Crime Investigation Service.
NCIS.
Yeah.
Oh, man, why didn't you correct me?
We mixed it up.
I
You
blame
know what we
Pat. He
meant.
didn't correct me.
Now we knew what you meant, Patric Young. I mean, trivia, Patrick. He's tired of getting beat. Is what it is. He's tired of getting beaten. He's getting all frisky on us.
I'm pretty sure NCIS is gonna investigate you when you reapply for your passport.
Did I mention? No, I found it. Oh, here it is. There it is.
All right, games.
I need my passport.
Games. What is the name of the company that produced the Grand Theft Auto series of games?
Oh man, that's Patric Young. He knows that. Patric Young.
Come on, Pat.
It's. Patric Young. You play games like that, man. Come on,
Is it
Patrick. Come
Activision?
on, Patrick.
Nah.
Can you give us the first letter of it? Just for it's Tuesday. We just had a hurricane.
I should know this. Well, I'll never.
We made it through a hurricane, for God's sakes. Can you give us the first letter?
I'll give Pat a minute to think. And then I'll give the first letter.
Man, I played Grand Theft Auto and
go, Patrick.
Grand
Don't
Theft
you
Auto
see when
6
it
is
comes
coming
on?
out.
When it first comes on, don't you see something?
Yeah.
When it first comes on,
Rockstar,
like Hasbro.
Rockstar.
Got it.
That's my
Bingo.
man. That's
There you
my
go,
man.
Terry.
There you go. You're my freaking man, Patric Young. I tell you what, we're up 3-2 right now, and I can feel the crowd. The crowd's behind us.
The crowd is.
You're struggling. Now we lost our middle linebacker, Bonita Young, because she just didn't.
you traded her.
She just didn't feel like playing today. I mean, I'm not happy. She's going to run some stadiums. Patrick, she's running some stadiums tomorrow. I'm not happy with her effort.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
You down with? That was his mom run the stadium.
It's so mean. Oh my god,
I love it. I love it. We
All
may.
right.
Hey, I'm going to throw this out. We may just take this to the top of the last break, and I hope our producer Casey doesn't get mad at me. Let me set it. Go ahead. You got another one,
Casey? It's my fault. Just blame it on me.
Let me see if I can get our countdown. But go ahead.
Which
we're winning 3-2, right?
It might be 3-3.
You shut your filthy mouth.
All right.
You got a filthy mouth on you.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I can tell.
Which Capitals city?
All right, Pat, we got this, man.
Is
you
the
kidding me?
furthest north?
Patrick is the capital of capital cities.
Okay. Is it Reykjavik, Iceland?
Stupid question.
Moscow, Russia.
What a dumb question.
Helsinki, Finland.
Quit you cussing at me. We don't talk like that around here. I don't know what kind of show you run.
I'm giving you multiple choices
here at Hurricanes in Georgia. We don't talk like that on our show, okay, young man?
You have one more option. Stockholm, Sweden.
What's the highest up, Patrick? You've been to Europe, for God's sakes, Patrick.
I've only been to Moscow.
You have been to Europe many times. You've lived in Europe, Patrick Young. I expect you, for the team, to get this right. You need to hear them again?
C.
No. It would be Reykjavik, Iceland.
Way to go, Patrick. Way to go, Patrick. We're now tied. Way to go, Patrick. You're not my man right now, Patrick. Are you focused? I don't know if you're focused right now.
I'm eating pomegranate. Pomegranate season's back in. They're fantastic.
Is that smart food? Is that smart food?
I think it is. I think it's brain food.
I do think it is brain food. Good job, Patrick. I like it a lot.
That
All
was
right,
great.
3-3. We got 9 minutes. We can get 3 or 4 more questions in. I'm going to come in as normal and save the day.
Save the day.
Here we go.
All right.
Where's Bonita? Where is Bonita?
She out of here.
God,
Out of
she
here.
gone. She gone. She quit. Hey, tell her to leave her jersey at the end of the door right there. Okay? We're getting a new player.
Give her a little pink slip.
I feel like this is up your alley.
Until next
Terry.
week, and we'll take her back because she's smarter than all of us.
How many Grammy Awards did Elvis win?
Oh, my gosh.
Elvis?
0, 3, 6, or 8?
Okay. All right. Patrick, I would say, and Elvis, he dipped into Hollywood because Tom wanted him to make money any way he could. I'm going to say 0, but Pat, that's not an official guess. I don't think the Grammy Awards took him serious as an actor. Am I right?
Now you can win a Grammy for music though.
Oh, I thought it's Grammy music or
you can win. It's
what is
Grammys.
I mixed that up. I'm sorry. What is TV? What is
Oscars?
Emmy.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that mixed up. Let's take it back. So we're in his genre.
Yeah, music.
And what are the choices?
0, 3, 6, or 8.
All right, Pat.
I got nothing for you.
Patrick Young, I need you to give me the answer. Patrick Young, I'm Elvis. It's either 6 or 8. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Spot on.
It's gonna be either 6 or 8, and I'm gonna say 6.
Can Pat save you?
Pat, what do you think? Don't let
I got
him trick
nothing,
you.
man.
I think I
got nothing.
All right, we're going 6.
3.
That's
3
stupid.
Grammys.
That's stupid. He's freaking Elvis Presley. he popped on the scene in the 50s and he died in the 80s or whatever. He had more than 3. I don't believe that. That's stupid. That's stupid. We're down 3-4. And Patrick Young, that's a stupid answer. It's a stupid question, and you better pick it up.
Okay.
You
got it.
known. Not. Yeah, man.
3? He only won 3 Grammys.
I didn't win them.
Dude, think about Elvis songs. I mean, oh, There's one. You ain't nothing but a hound. There's two. I mean, give me one more Elvis song, for God's sakes.
I got 0 for you.
I'm done. You know what? I don't even like Elvis.
I'm not your guy.
Elvis, to hell with you, Elvis. To Elvis with Elvis. How about that?
I like the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees were great.
Nice. Hey, to Elvis with Elvis. He's just got us. We're losing right now on we got 6 minutes to go.
Let's get you back on sports question.
All right, here we go, Pat. Pat, pay attention. Pat, put the pomegranates down and pay attention.
I finished it. It's gone. I ate them all.
Jesus. No, I'm good. Thanks for offering, though. I'm good, Pat. You just go ahead and eat the pomegranates.
Major League Baseball Hall of Famer.
All right, Pat. Baseball Hall of Famer.
This is up your
alley.
Played
for the Yankees and Athletics.
Oh, that narrows it down. Oh, God.
War number 44.
Reggie Jackson.
Yes.
We're back, baby.
Yes.
We are back, Patrick Young. Hey, let me tell you something, Patrick.
That's Terry's favorite baseball player of all time.
No, Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson, my bad. I thought it was my bad.
He played for the A's. He did play for the Athletics. But, Patrick Young, I just got us back in the game, baby. It's 4-4. It's 4-4, Patrick.
You're a selfish teammate.
I don't know if I ever told you this, Pat. I graduated from a private institution of higher learning. I like to call it the Harvard of the South, Jacksonville University. Not a lot gets by me, boys. Not a lot gets by me. 4-4. This is tight, Patrick Young. This is tight. Come on, Patrick. Come on, UF education.
No more geography questions, please.
Geography, stupid. Who cares about geography? I'm going that way. That's all I need to know. Right? There's my geography.
Well,
I'm going that way.
You can't go that way without your passport.
You shut your filthy mouth.
In the TV show The Simpsons.
Oh, Patrick, you love The Simpsons. Patrick, you love The Simpsons.
What musical instrument does Lisa Simpson play?
Oh, I know that. Saxophone.
Yes.
Patrick Young. Dude, we have just stormed into the lead. Patrick Young, you're my guy, man. You are my freaking guy.
We just stormed into the lead?
Hey, do what you do, man. You do what you do, Patrick Young. Love you, man. Love you.
Terry, give me a timer. How much time we got?
We got about 4:20 right there. See there?
Okay. I got you.
I mean, are you running out of questions?
No.
Dude, we're breaking the bank, Patrick. You and I are breaking the bank, man. Woo!
All right. How many Super Bowls?
Wait a minute. How much money do we get in this place?
10 billion.
Yeah, okay. I'll take it. How many Super
I'll
Bowls?
take it. How many Super Bowls has Aaron Rodgers won in his career?
One.
It feels like one, right? Didn't he win one with
just one?
We're going one.
He's been to the NFC Championship game a lot of times. He only won one Super Bowl.
Patrick's going one.
One.
Boom.
One.
That is, dude, we're breaking it up now. We're 2 ahead, 6-4 now. We don't need no stinking Bonita Young. Look at us go. Look at us go.
I'm going to tell her.
Because,
I'm going to tell her Terry's saying these things.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, in his prime, after that, they had a lot of opportunities. But I don't know, Mike, he complained that Mike McCarthy and the organization didn't give him the support received. They never drafted. I mean, when they got Devontae Adams, oh my gosh, the Packers were unbelievable. It's great.
And Pat, speaking of real quick, and we got 3 minutes. The Jets have lost again. Their season's about over. Is the whole Aaron Rodgers thing over?
No.
Is it over? I mean, the guy's 150 years old. Is it over?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. All right, Pat, put that fork down, my man. Put your you got your thinking cap on. All right, here we go.
Right.
We're up 6-4 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go. We're running our 2-minute offense, Pat. Let's go, baby. Hey, 4 corners, baby. 4 corners.
What were the last names?
What's the topic?
TV.
What
were the last names of the 2 detectives?
This is stupid.
On the 80s TV series Miami Vice.
You got to know this, Terry.
Tibbs was one of them.
Tubbs. I'll give it. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Crockett.
Yes.
Whoa!
Yes.
Hey, don't ever bring any weak, 80s into my house. Okay?
I gave you Tubbs.
You shut your filthy mouth. I said Tubbs. Patrick Young. How about that? How about knocking that out of the park in the 80s, baby? Miami Vice.
All right.
Not to be confused with ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Miami Vanilla Ice. All right? Patrick, don't come in my world.
This man is
all right?
generational. He can do an Elvis impression and then spin off.
I know you're. Hey, we got a minute and a half. You're stalling, right, but we're up 6-4. Patrick, we're up 6-4.
What two cards of different suits?
It's a stupid question.
Is considered the worst possible starting hand in Texas Hold'em?
Patrick, I don't gamble. We don't gamble. Gambling is against the law.
Two suits.
Yeah, what
or
two?
Like,
say
or
that
the
again.
numbers.
No, I don't need the suits. Just the cards themselves.
Texas Hold'em. I don't even know what you do in Texas Hold'em.
It's always awful.
The worst possible starting
getting
hand.
Getting a pair is always like kind of deceitful. So that's like
it's on you, buddy.
So I'm gonna go 2 twos. Deuce.
Double deuce. I don't know. We got 50 seconds.
Two is one of them. 2 is one of the cards. What's the other card?
Oh, there's 2.
Worst possible starting hand.
2 or 3.
2 and a 7.
Why?
2 and a 7.
Oh, I know why. Because you have no
really
chance
dumb.
to get a flush.
Yep.
I don't know what all that means. That's dumb, but all I know is Patrick Young, Kerry Norvelle 6, Trivia Pat 5. So we take over your trivia show.
Okay.
We own it. You're fired. You're fired. That'll wrap it up. You guys have a great day.
Appreciate
it was a fun time here
Appreciate you, Pat.
at Hurricanes. We'll see you tomorrow at Twin Peaks, everybody. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. We hope to have you watch our show tomorrow live, as I said, from Twin Peaks. Come by and say hi.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 143.